Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be playing some MekHQ starting with some MegaMek. We did successfully reinforce, so we are bringing two lances with no modifiers against their 2 stars. And just to recap, their 2 stars are worth almost 29,000 points. Hello, Virank. Glad you can make it. Always a pleasure, of course. Yes. I'm sorry last week's episode was so short, and tonight we are going to be jumping right into the battle that we failed to get into last week. Sorry, I went to the dentist earlier today, and it's still, I don't know, a little weird. We've got an enemy Blackhawk Nova A with 2 PPCs. That is going to be a priority target. We've got the Dragonfly D, which has a Streak 6, 2 ER mediums and an ER small, and an LRM 5. So dangerous at all ranges, but not very dangerous. We've got a 2-3 and a Puma B, which has an LB5X and a large pulse laser and an ER medium. Just got back from the dentist also. I was rushing to get here. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it. My dentist appointment was at like 10 o'clock this morning, so I wasn't exactly rushing. But I am glad that you were able to make it, and I hope that your dentist appointment went well. So, a 2-3 with an LB5X and a large pulse laser. That large pulse laser is going to be very accurate. Effectively a 0 gunnery on that one. The Dragonfly B with the ERPPC with a 2-3 pilot and a small pair of small pulse lasers. Ooh, a Ryokan Prime, which has the 2 ER larges and 3 ER mediums. The Griffin 2C2, which has the ER large and 4 Streak 2s. So a lot of SRMs there. The Pouncer Prime, which has an ERPPC, pair of ERPPCs, but does not have the heat sinks to use them both in one turn. 2-3 in the Phoenix Hawk Special, which has an snub nose PPC, excuse me, and an ER large laser. And a pair of Ryokan Primes. Okay, well, let's jump right into this. We're battling on a map called Mount Olympus, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we are, and that map is going to be, it looks like, Martian landscape. Okay, so we've got kind of a volcano here. Oh, excuse me. Mostly flat, but with a large volcano on the right middle of the map. Okay, well, we are deploying in the... Oh, we've got units deploying in round 6. Okay, starting in the south. We've lost initiative going into the deployment phase, and they have units deploying on round 4. Okay, I did not notice that half their units were... Hold on. Let me... I jumped right into the map. I did not even look at the units. So let me go ahead and take a quick stab at that real quick. Sort by battle value. Their biggest bad is their Black Hawk A with the 2-3 pilot. Okay, so the twin PPCs need to go down. But they are deploying in round 4. Wait. All of their guys are deploying in round 4. Wow. Yeah, 4,000 points is a pretty big bad. It's almost a hoser's ride with a hoser at the helm. I don't know how. We've got 2 PPCs and a medium pulse laser. And the heat sinks to almost use them all. Versus 4 ERPPCs and almost enough heat sinks to use them all. 45 versus 4,000. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure he's got better luck than we do. For sure, to be sure. So the Black Hawk needs to be our biggest bad, and then the Ryokan Prime with the 2-3. And then the Pouncer Prime, which has 2 PVCs, but not enough heat sinks to use them. I mean, he can do good burst damage, and he does have the targeting computer. The Dragonfly B with the Elite Pilot. That one has an ERPPC and 2 small pulses. Okay, well, the Blackhawk, the Ryokans, Pouncer, and the Dragonfly. Dragonfly B, not the Dragonfly D. Even the Dragonfly D is nothing to sneer at with 3 lasers and an SRM-6 and an LRM-5. Alright, well, we've got units deploying on round 6. They've got almost all of their units deploying on round 4. The VIP... I'm going to try to eliminate that VIP before round 4. Let's see, the Warhammer will start right here and head up this way. Yeah, that looks good. The Archer will start right behind him. The Marauder, which is a 585, will start maybe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll have the Marauder start there. And the Cestus, which is a 4-6 with no movement bonuses, will start behind the Warhammer and the Archer. Alright, units deploying on round 4, units deploying on round 6. We have lost initiative going into round 1. We are going first. What is our visibility like? Not that great, apparently. Alright. Alright, so we're moving forward. At least there's no snow and ice to slow us down. We've got a sensor return way out there. But nothing that we can shoot at. No one's built up any heat yet. We've lost initiative going into round 2. We'll move forward 7 hexes. We'll move forward 5 hexes. We'll move forward 5 hexes. And we'll move forward 5 hexes. Alright. Sensor return is now imminent. But we do not have a shot yet. No one's built up any heat yet. We've got units deploying on round 4 and units deploying on round 6. We've won initiative and they are going first. Alright. Scarponi and the Warhammer will advance 5 hexes and get eyes on the sensor return. We got Wyvern advancing at a run. Wyvern will sprint forward this turn because he's not going to have a target until next turn. Oh man. Tentacle Shogun can advance 5 hexes at a run. Or 5 hexes at a jump. We've got... We've got Jumping Jack, so that'll be +1 instead of +3, so that's good. And then last but not least, the Cestus. Oh, no, not there. There. Okay, yes. Alright, we've got eyes on the Heavy Hover APC, which has already taken a point of armor damage and is immobile. We need 0s to hit the APC. We need 4s to hit the Grand Foot platoon. What happened? Oh, yeah, round report. Nothing in the round report yet, but they do have a unit crippled. Wait, was that last round? They have a unit crippled. Yeah, let's hit the right side. hit the right side with a couple of with an ERPPC on a 0, and a pair of ER mediums on 2s, and a pair of regular mediums on 4s. Do we have eyes on the foot platoon? Outside of visual range? Well, dang it. Outside of visual and sensor range? Dang it. Okay, well, we hit him in the front twice, which was enough to destroy him. And then we hit him in the right side with a couple of mediums, and the front with another medium, and that is enough to kill him. Scarponi is up to 1 heat. Damage from blowing sand. Okay, going into round 4, so they're going to be getting reinforcements this round. We are going first. We are going first. Okay, well, there is a Black Hawk and 3 sensor returns. We will advance 3 hexes. Our movement is 1, 2, so they could get out to within 6 hexes of us. Wyvern will advance at full speed for 4 hexes. First blood, yeah. We definitely did score first blood against them. And granted, it was a 20-ton people carrier. We'll advance 5 hexes from here. And last but not least is the Cestus. Oh, the Dragonfly is getting right in Tentacle Shogun's face. We will walk with Renita. She has Hopping Jack, she has Melee Master. Actually, hold on. But she's not in a mech that's jump capable, so Hopping Jack doesn't really do any good. Melee Master doesn't do any good. Frogman doesn't do any good. Yeah, we will just advance at a walk. Okay, Dragonfly unloads elementals in 1407. 1407 is right there. Okay. Scarponi was going for the foot platoon. Let's see. They have 45 men. Wyvern. I can hit them on 4s. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit them with all the 4s. We'll go 4 heat over to try to eliminate that foot platoon. That is our objective. And then the Phoenix Hawk Special, we'll skip the PPCs, we'll skip the ERs, and we'll just do the mediums and the ER smalls, because those are all on 6s. Actually, we'll throw in 1 ER medium. That'll be 1 heat over? Yeah, okay. So, we'll do 1 ER medium. And the ER and the regular mediums and the ER smalls. Tentacle Shogun has this dragonfly on 6s. So that'll be, I think, 1 large. And 1, 2, 3, 4 medium pulses. Actually, Tentacle Shogun is in the triple strength Myanmar. We want to be at 9 for that thing, so we'll go with another medium pulse. We'll do the small on an 8. Let's see, the Cestus. The Cestus has the Phoenix Hawk Special on 8s. So we'll do an 8 and a 7 and a 9 and a 7. Alright, the Archer at the foot platoon killed 2 guys, killed 4 guys, down to 5 guys. Okay. We are 5 guys away from achieving our objective. Alright. The Black Hawk hits Tentacle Shogun in the right torso and left torso for 15 and 7. Down to 10 and down to 18. And a medium pulse to the left arm for 3, down to 21. The Ryokan hits Tentacle Shogun on 11s. Would have hit the left leg, but that's behind cover. Archer versus foot platoon doesn't sound fair. I agree. But honestly, I was expecting it to go a little better. We left 5 of them alive out of 25. Yeah, we only killed 20 of them. I was hoping it would be a little more unfair. The Ryokan at the Tentacle Shogun, missed. The Ryokan at the Warhammer, missed. The Warhammer at the Phoenix Hawk hits him in the left arm for 7. For 5 points each, hits him in the center torso and the right torso down to 18 and 13. That's a miss. The right arm down to 7, the left arm down to 0. Center torso down to 13, left arm down to 2 structure. Center torso down to 8, left torso down to 13 armor. And that is it for the Warhammer's barrage of lasers. The Phoenix Hawk Special at Wyvern missed on a 6 with the ER large. Missed with the mediums, missed with the snub nose on a 6. Wow. Got lucky there. That Phoenix Hawk Special needs to go down. I kind of want that snub nose PPC. The Griffin 2C2 missed on 8s, 10s, and 12s. The Marauder, it's the Dragonfly in the right leg and the left torso. Must be related to Tozer. Who hired that asshole? I did, sir. He's my brother. The Marauder hits the Dragonfly in the right leg, the left torso, the left leg, and the left torso again down to 3. Left torso again for 3 down to 0. Left torso again for 7, critting on his small pulse laser. And a small laser to the right arm for 3 down to 9. Yeah, the Phoenix Hawk pilot, the one who missed with everything. Let's see, that was Wyvern, that was the Blackhawk that hit, the Ryokan that hit, the Ryokan that missed, the Warhammer, the Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, on a pair of 6s and an 8, rolled a 2, a 3, and a 5. So could not hit for anything. Wyvern took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 12. Tentacle Shogun needs a 4, gets a 4. That foot platoon is down to 5 guys, so one more round and we'll have completed our objective, I think. Dragonfly kicks the Marauder in the left arm for 8, down to 13, but does not knock us down. We need a 3 to stay standing. We get an 8. Pouncer is at 8, the Phoenix Hawk Special is at 7, Wyvern is up to 4, the Black Hawk is up to 7, Tentacle Shogun is up to 9, right where we like him to be. Everyone else is at 2 or less. They've got units deploying round 4, we've got units deploying round 6. We have lost initiative going into round 5, and we are going first. Maybe we can start backing up because they did just get in a bunch of reinforcements this round, or last round. I don't want to be completely engulfed. So we'll back up 4 hexes with Scarponi. Wyvern. I'd like to back up 3 hexes. The foot point has already moved. That gives us 9 hexes. That's long range. We only have to hit him with 5 guys. Tentacle Shogun. Tentacle Shogun would like to start taking out one of those Ryokans, maybe. That Ryokan is worth 27. That Ryokan is worth 34. Okay, that is the big bad. Okay, 5 hexes from there. That is ER medium laser range. How many heat sinks does he have? 44 heat sinks. Okay, so that's 24 and 21. Yeah, he's going to be able to fire all of that. So we are actually, do we want to move a little closer so we can get him with our medium pulse lasers? I think we do. Alright, last but not least is the Cestus. The Cestus would like to move forward and try to take out that Griffin 2C. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the Cestus up front. Alright, the Dragonfly still has to move, and we've got a sensor return still left to go, presumably. Oh, 2 Dragonflies, excuse me. One of them is going to be all upon Tentacle Shogun. Okay, Tentacle Shogun is kind of out of place. Phoenix Hawk needs a 3 to get standing, gets a 7. Alright, first things first. Wyvern, you've got this foot point on 4s. Let's go ahead and complete that objective. Scarponi, we've got the special on 6s, we've got the Blackhawk on 6s. We've got the Pouncer on 8s, we've got the Ryokans on 7 and 7 and 7. We've got the Griffin 2C on 6s. 9s with those PBCs. Yeah, let's go ahead and take on that Blackhawk first and foremost. We've got him on a 6 and a pair of 6s. And I guess a pair of 10s. Tentacle Shogun at the Ryokan. That is the Ryokan with the 2-3 pilot. TMM of +2. Alright. Tentacle Shogun, what have we got? We've got him on 5s, so we'll skip all of those. We'll go, actually, you know what? The pulse lasers are in the arms. We would like to avoid using the arms. We'll do a 5. And we'll do a 7. We'll do another 5 at the Ryokan. That gives us 9 heat over, which is right where we like to be. That gives us both of our arms free to punch the Dragonfly. Let's see, the Cestus has the Griffin on 6s. Has the Black Hawk on 6s. Has the Phoenix Hawk on 6s. Has the Pouncer on 6s. Let's go for that Griffin. The Griffin 2C, which has ER large and a couple streak 6s. He's gonna take some doing. So we'll do the Gauss Rifle on a 6. We'll do the ER large on an 8. We'll do the large on a 7. Actually, we'll skip the ER large. We'll do the large laser in the left arm, the medium pulse laser in the left arm, and the medium on the left arm. Yeah, we'll go 4 heat under to use the stabilized laser instead of the ER laser. Alright, Archer killed enough guys to destroy the foot platoon. Our objective is complete. Little Willie, hey, how's it going? Glad you could join us. Sorry, it took me a minute to see you there. We did just complete our objective, which was to destroy the foot platoon. We did do a little bit of overkill there. The elementals at Tentacle Shogun hit with the SRM2, hit 3 SRMs to the CT, the right leg and the right arm, critical for no effect. The Black Hawk with 2 PPCs missed Wyvern on a pair of 9s. Scarponi at the Black Hawk, hit him in the right arm with the PPC, glancing blow for 7 down to 9. ER medium, glancing blow for 3 down to 20. And then the 2 medium lasers also both miss. Meanwhile, the Ryokan hits the Marauder in the right torso with an ER large laser down to 0 armor remaining. Ouch. ER medium to the center torso for 7 down to 25 armor remaining. The other Ryokan missed on a cinquetto of 9s. The Phoenix Hawk on a pair of 10s misses the Cestus, does land the snub-nosed PPC to the left arm for 10 down to 10 armor remaining. Tentacle Shogun at the Ryokan hits him in the right torso, hits him in the left torso. That's down to 7 on the right side, down to 10 on the left side. And is that all he fired? Wow. Okay, well, that heat allocation built up really quickly. That is not going to be enough to force a PSR. The Griffin hits Scarponi on the left leg with an ER large laser for 10 down to 20. Hits the Cestus with 2 streak SRM2s to the left torso and left leg down to 20 and 28. 2 more SRMs to the right leg and right torso down to 28 and 20. Okay. Keeping things nice and symmetrical there. The Ryokan at the Tentacle Shogun on 8s missed with everything. The Pouncer missed Wyvern on a 10. The Cestus hits the Griffin in the chest with the Gauss rifle from 15 down to 2. Medium pulse laser to the left arm for 7 down to 4. The Dragonfly missed Wyvern on a 7. The Dragonfly missed Tentacle Shogun on a cinquet of 10s. The Griffin 2C took 20 plus, needs a 5, gets a 10. Tentacle Shogun took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 4. And now, ladies and gentlemen, can we do the punch for 16 damage on 9s? 9s. 3 for piloting, 4 for jumping, 5, 6, 7 for evasion, 8 for evasion, 9 for the missing hand actuator. Okay, well, if we can land one of those, we cannot land either of those. We landed a 4 and a 7, did not land either one. And he kicked us in the right leg, but did not knock us down. He got us for 8 damage. We're down to 22. He is up to 3. Our Warhammer is holding at 1. Their Pouncer is down to 4. Their Griffin 2C is up to 4. Their Phoenix Hawk is down to 6. And their Black Hawk is up to 8. Our Tentacle Shogun is holding at 9. And their Dragonfly is up to 3. We have lost initiative going into round 6, but this is the round that we're getting reinforcements on. So let's go ahead. We'll have Hoser and the Stalker reinforce on the 10 column. We'll have Tsubasa and the Grizzly starting over here. And Ash and the Manowar will start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there are a couple rounds out, but they will be able to do some good here shortly. 40 minutes into the episode. And we could be doing better. Let's go ahead. We'll start with Hoser and move forward 5 hexes. Not 2 hexes like we're used to with all the snow and everything. 7 hexes for Ash and the Mana War. 5 hexes for Tsubasa and the Grizzly. Stalker will move forward 5 hexes as well. Alright, Scarponi. We back up a couple of hexes. Over an elevation. Needs a 4+. We made it. Fortunately, I was a little worried there for a second. Wyvern. Like to back up 1 hex if we can. We need a 3. That's anything but a 2. Okay. Tentacle Shogun and the Cestus are the only ones left. The Cestus does not have jump jets. So the Cestus will be backing up to there. And Tentacle Shogun will be jumping the heck out of dodge. Where everyone is ganging up on him. Yeah, we'll be backing up and out of there, and we'll be hitting the Ryokan with all of our medium pulse lasers. Alright, needed a 4, got a 7, needed a 3, got a 10, good deal. Starting with the big guns, that is Hoser. Do we have any shots at anything? We've got the Griffin outside of visual range. We've got eyes on nobody. Alright, well. Next is going to be the Stalker, who also has eyes on nobody. Ash. The Gargoyle. We got the Griffin out of visual and sensor range. Yes. Scarponi. Well, hold on. The Grizzly. Grizzly has eyes on nobody. Alright, of the ones remaining, let's start with the Warhammer. Let's take out this Griffin if we can. We've got him on 6s, so we'll skip the PPCs. We'll skip the ER mediums, and we'll go to the regular mediums. We've got him on 6s, and then the ER smalls. That gives us 4 heat under. Yeah, we'll go ahead and include one of the ER mediums. And everything else. And hopefully that'll do him in. We've got Wyvern, we'll back him up with that. We've got him on 5s. We'll go 3 heat over on 5s against the Griffin. Tentacle Shogun has the Ryokan on 5s. Let's start with the Cestus, actually. The Cestus has the Black Hawk on a 5 with the Gauss rifle. That's a good shot. And a 6 with the ER large. And a 6 with the medium pulse and an 8 with the medium. And that gives us 3 heat under. And Tentacle Shogun, last but not least, we've got the Ryokan on 5s. We got 2 Ryokans shooting at Scarponi. We've got 1 Ryokan and the Phoenix Hawk shooting at the Cestus. Who are we trying to protect here? We've also got the Pouncer on 4. Yeah, let's do the Pouncer on a 4. That'll be both. No, we can't do both large pulses. That's just too much heat. We'll do the Ryokan. We'll do the Ryokan on 1, 2, 3 medium pulses. We'll do 4 medium pulses. The TSM does not seem to be working for me right now. 9s to hit with punches, and we're just not in the right position. I'd rather hit him with the medium pulse lasers at a range of 4 hexes. Maybe we'll knock him down or something. The Blackhawk lands both PPCs on the Cestus to the left leg and the right arm for 15 each, down to 13 and down to 5. Their Ryokan hits Scarponi in the right arm with an ER large down to 12 and an ER medium to the center torso down to 21. The Ryokan hits the Cestus in the right leg for 10 down to 18. Their Phoenix Hawk missed on 8s and 6s. Wow, that Snubnose is not doing as much work as it should be. Keeps missing with that Snubnose PPC. The Griffin 2C lands an ER small laser and Wyvern's left torso and a streak 2 to the left torso and left leg. Streak 2 to the chest and right torso. Right torso is down to 7. The Ryokan missed with a pair of ER larges. ER medium to the chest down to 14. Scarponi is in a little bit of danger there, down to 14 on the chest. He returns fire at the Griffin, hits him in the right arm and the left arm, down to 5 structure. Right torso and left leg down to 15. Left arm destroyed. Left leg critical for no effect. Left torso, center torso, critting on his gyro. Left torso, right arm down to 5 structure. Center torso down to 4 structure. Left torso down to 0 armor. The Pouncer hits Scarponi on the right leg with an ER PPC down to 15. Wyvern at the Griffin hits him in the right arm, hits him in the left torso, right arm blown off. Center torso down to 2. Left torso critting on the SRM2 ammo. That is prevented by case. Center torso takes another SRM and the Griffin 2C is down. Finally, the Cestus hits the Black Hawk in the left leg for 15 down to 5 and an ER large laser to the right arm down to 7. Medium pulse laser to the right arm down to 4. Medium laser missed on an 8. Tentacle Shogun at the Ryokan hits him in the chest for 7 down to 18. Hits him in the right leg and right arm for 7 each, down to 18 and 11. Medium pulse to the left arm, critical, crits on his double heat sink. And the Dragonfly missed with everything on 8s, 9s, and 12s. Scarponi needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 5. The Ryokan needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 10. The Black Hawk needs a 4, gets a 9. The Cestus needs a 5, gets a 10. Alright, and we've got reinforcements coming in. Warhammer holding at 1 heat. Phoenix Hawk holding at 6. Our Wyvern is up to 3. Their Black Hawk is up to 10, so that's going to be 2 movement and 1 targeting penalty. Tentacle Shogun is down to 6. We have have one initiative going into round 7. We're at 96. They're at 88%. All right. Let's start with Hoser. Moving forward 4 hexes. Our Stalker moving forward 4 hexes. Ash. Oh, no. Tsubasa and the Grizzly. He's got jumping jack, so to him jumping and running are jumping and walking are the same, so we'll go ahead and jump. And Ash. And run forward 5 hexes. Or we could jump forward 5 hexes. Scarponi would like to back up a bit and regroup. Wyvern would like to back up a bit and regroup as well. That's gonna be, well, hold on. We can get the Black Hawk at medium range. Actually, we could get that Black Hawk at short range if we did that. We'd be able to do some real damage to him. Especially that right arm, which is already pretty banged up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Tentacle Shogun will jump over to, I think, here. And maybe try to take out that Pouncer. Ryokan is trying to flank Tentacle Shogun. The Cestus would like to try to flank the Ryokan. If we can. There's 1, 2, 3 Ryokans. We've got 2 Dragonflies and another Elemental coming in on the side. Yeah. Alright, starting with Hoser. Do we have any shots? Hoser still does not have any shots, which is a shame. Tsubasa and the Grizzly. Tsubasa the Grizzly still has no shots either. Scarponi has the Ryokan on a pair of 6s. Yeah, we'll do a pair of 6s for 15 each. Wyvern at the Black Hawk. Oh, he's taking a lot of fire. We'll go 7 heat over on the Black Hawk. Try to take him down this turn. Let's see. The Stalker has nobody in range. We'll come back to the Marauder. The Cestus has the Ryokan on 4s. Yeah, we'll take a Gauss Rifle shot at that, and an ER large on a 6, and a large on a 5. Medium pulse on a 4. We'll go 3 heat over for that. Let's see. Ash with the medium lasers. We've got the Ryokan on 9s, so we'll take as many of those as we can fire. Go 2 heat over for that. And Tentacle Shogun at this Ryokan, we've got him on 4s, so that'll be, I think, 1 ER medium. 2, 3, 4. No, we'll skip the ER medium. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the medium pulses on 4s. That'll put us 7 heat over. That's short of a targeting penalty. Okay, the Blackhawk hits Wyvern in the left leg with an ER PPC down to 9. The Ryokan hits Cestus in the left arm with an ER large laser down to 0, and an ER medium to the left leg down to 6. The Ryokan hits Wyvern in the left arm with an ER medium down to 15. The Phoenix Hawk hits Cestus in the left arm for 5 down to 5. Machine gun to the center torso, snub nose to the right torso down to 10. Scarponi at the Ryokan hits him in the left torso with a PPC down to 8 structure. The Ryokan hits Wyvern in the left torso and the right torso, critting on a double heat sink or 2. Wyvern returning fire at the Blackhawk. Returning fire? No, not returning fire. Firing on the Blackhawk on 4s. AMS engaged. Hit him with 3 lasers, or 3 missiles, and a miss, and a miss. And AMS engaged. And a hit. And the center torso critting on his engine 3 times through the armor. Wow, okay. So the Blackhawk took a head hit, took a foot, took a jump jet, right arm destroyed. The Pouncer missed Wyvern on a pair of 7s. The Cestus hits the Ryokan in the chest with a Gauss rifle down to 10. ER large to the right torso, crits on his engine. Large laser to the left torso, blows off his left arm and destroys the Ryokan by engine destruction. So that is 2 mechs down this turn, I believe. Nope, just 1. The rest of the damage was all us. He gets MVP this battle, crit and destroy through the armor? No kidding. That was an SRM to the center torso critical with 14 armor remaining. Got the 11 plus 1 for the crit locations. Got a 12. 3 locations, landed on the engine, and the engine. That is definitely the most unlikely hit of the game so far. But yeah, that is a Blackhawk down and out. The Ryokan also down and out, so that's 2 mechs down this turn. The Dragonfly missed Wyvern on a 10. Ash hit the Ryokan in the right arm for 5. Hit him in the right arm for another 5 down to 8. Hit him in the left leg for 5 down to 20. The Dragonfly missed on 11s and 12s. Tentacle Shogun hits the Ryokan in the right arm, and the right arm in the left torso, and the center torso for 28 damage altogether. Ryokan needs a 5, gets a 10. Wyvern needs a 5, gets an 8. The Cestus needs a 4, gets a 2. Falls on his left leg and left torso, down to 1 armor on the left leg, down to 18 on the left torso. Needs a 4 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 4. Vernita narrowly escaped getting a wound on them. The Ryokan kicks Tentacle Shogun in the right leg for 11, down to 11, down to 11. Forced his piloting check, which he passed. The Dragonfly is up to 9. The Pouncer is up to 11. The Phoenix Hawk is holding at 6. Wyvern is up to 11. Did Wyvern take an engine hit? Needs a 4+ to avoid an Inferno ammo explosion, gets an 8. Marauder, Tentacle Shogun is up to 7. Cestus is up to 3. Gargoyle is up to 2. Everyone else is running cool. Alright. We have lost initiative going into round 8, so we are going first. Let's start with Poser. Poser, running forward 5 hexes. Stalker, running forward 4 hexes. Oh man, things are not looking great at the moment. Wyvern. Uh-oh. Lost 2 double heat sinks for one thing. Alright, we'll back up 2 hexes. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more distance. Well, hold on. We could stand still and just take out those elementals. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll skip our movement. We'll take out those elementals this turn. Scarponi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well that gives us a couple points of evasion. Tentacle Shogun would like to jump out of the line of fire of that Ryokan. Let's see, the Grizzly. Tsubasa. Would like to move forward 5 hexes, maybe try to get one of those dragonflies with the Gauss rifle would be nice. Alright, so the Cestus is prone and Ash is undamaged actually. Ash would like to get within medium laser range of this dragonfly, if we can. Or that dragonfly has already taken some damage. Alan's got a PPC and a small pulse laser. This one has 2 ER mediums and a streak 6. Okay, well. We'll go ahead and go 6 hexes so we can get this back guy. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move forward 6 hexes. We'll get that back dragonfly that's already taken some hits. Alright, the Cestus has taken a significant amount of damage, especially to the left arm. And the left leg is not far behind. We could back up to here. That would only take a PSR for standing up, which we would need a 3. Yeah, we got that. Double check our... okay, so... Destroy the following forces. Clan Wolf VIP. That's apparently our only objective for this battle, so I guess we can call that a win right now. I wasn't expecting to call it a win so quickly, but that is literally our only objective. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll finish out this turn, and then we'll call it a game. We've got the Dragonfly on 6s. Do we control the battlefield? That is a good question. The enemy will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement, meaning there will be no chance for recovery or salvage. So no, we do not get the battlefield. Which is a shame, because we already did take down 1 or 2 mechs that I wouldn't mind salvaging. Some ERPPCs and stuff like that. Okay, so we got the Dragonfly on 6s. This is going to be our last round, and after this we'll just call it a win. We'll do Ash next. She's got this guy on 8s, or that guy on 7s. We'll do this guy on 8s. Scarponi has this guy on 7s. We have 1 ER PBC and 2 ER mediums. And a couple of 9s. We'll do 3, 4 9s just to go 7 heat over. Wyvern at the elementals. Yes, let's see if we can knock those guys down and out. We'll go 17 heat over for that. Sure. No. No, I don't want to risk blowing up any our Inferno ammo, so we'll go 11 heat over. Tentacle Shogun has no one in range. Sorry, oh, that was Tugyu, had no one in range. Stalker also has no one, or in the Stalker. Wow. Tugyu in the Stalker had no one in range. Tentacle Shogun in the Marauder had no one in range. Okay. We've got the Dragonfly on a 10. Yeah, we'll go ahead and fire that shot, and a 9, and an 11. And an 11, sure, why not? And the Cestus has the Pouncer on an 8. Has the Ryokan on a 6. Yeah, we'll do the 6, and a 7, and a 7, and a 7, and a 9. We'll go 9 heat over for that. Alright, Hoser. Wow. Okay. I was hoping for more. Yeah, we should have left last round. I was hoping for a little bit more damage this round, so we can get some kills. But Hoser On sixes, mind you. Rolled a 5, a 7, a 4, and a 4. 5, a 7, a 4, and a 4 on sixes. And the 7 was a glancing blow, so he takes 7 damage to the center torso. That's painful. Ash at the Dragonfly, that's number 128. Takes him in the left torso again, center torso, left leg, and right leg again. Oh no, Wyvern takes 10 to the right leg from an unknown source. Scarponi on sevens. Miss. Okay, Scarponi missed everything on sevens and nines. Ryokan missed everything on eights except for an ER medium to our Cestus's center torso for 7 out of 23. Wyvern at the elementals hits 3, 2, 1, 1, 4, 2, 2, 4, 5, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 4. Kills number 3. Kills number 2. It does not get the kill on the unit. The Phoenix Hawk special missed on a pair of 10s and a 6. The Pouncer missed Wyvern on a 9. Tsubasa missed on a 10, a 9, and a pair of 11s. The Dragonfly missed on a 7. Our company had thought they were leaving already and turned off their targeting computers. Yeah, that's about what it feels like. There's a lot of missing going on this round. We landed 1 PPC out of 4. We landed 1 medium laser, 2 medium laser, 3 medium laser, 4, 5 medium lasers out of like 12. Warhammer missed with everything. The Ryokan missed with everything. Archer missed with a lot. The Cestus hits the Ryokan in the right arm and the center torso with a large laser. The Dragonfly hits the Cestus in the right leg critting on his lower leg. ER medium to the right torso down to 3. SRM 6 to the left leg critting on his lower leg. Ouch. Dragonfly stays standing, the Ryokan stays standing, the Cestus goes down, takes 7 damage to the right arm and center torso. Does not hurt the pilot in the fall. Dragonfly gains 32 heat, sinks 20, is now at 21, shuts down, makes a piloting skill check and succeeds, makes an ammo explosion check and succeeds. Scarponi is at 7 heat, the Pouncer is at 7 heat, the Phoenix Hawk Special is at 8, Wyvern is holding at 11, narrowly avoids an Inferno ammo explosion. The Cestus is at 9, the Manowar is at 4, Hoser is at 12. Alright, initiative phase, we have 1, but that is fine. We're gonna go ahead and declare victory. Alright. And yeah, it does seem weird how few hits there were on that last round. It does seem like everyone turned off their targeting computers. No, we did not control the battlefield. But we didn't take too much damage. The Cestus took a couple lower leg actuators and some internal damage and a significant amount of armor. Wyvern took 2 double heat sink hits and a little bit of internal damage and needs some reloads. And the Marauder went bare on the right torso, but not internal. Alright, I think we can handle this. No one got hurt. We did get some kills. Wyvern got the Griffin 2C, the Clan Foot Platoon, and the Blackhawk. Vernita got the Ryokan, and Scarponi got the Heavy Hover APC. So that is 5 kills altogether. We did destroy 100% of the objective forces. We are calling that a victory. Alright, into the repair bay. We've got the Archer, excuse me. We have Yosefa doing ammo today. The Cestus needs a Gauss rifle reload. Grizzly needs an LRM-10 ammo reload and a Gauss rifle reload. The Marauder does not need a reload. The Warhammer does not need a reload. Let's see, the left leg and the left arm. Those are going to be for an internal specialist. That's going to be Edeborg. So that's going to be 90 minutes, and that's going to be 135 minutes, and a couple actuators on 2s for 12 minutes each. Also forgot to load his PPCs. No, I think we just turned off our targeting computers. I think that's all that happened. Okay, couple double heat sinks. Double heat sinks on 4s. Armor, we're having, I think it was Septi doing armor so that she can hurry up and become a veteran tech. So she's got that on 4s. Oh, okay, we're short on ferrofibrous armor. That's inner sphere ferrofibrous armor, right? Let's go ahead and get another 10 lots of ferrofibrous armor on the way. I don't think the Marauder is using standard ferrofibrous. I think the Marauder might be using Clan Ferro. Which could be a problem because we are out of Clan Ferro. Okay, and the Warhammer. We'll have Septi do the Warhammer on 4s. I'm hoping that's Inner Sphere Pharaoh, but I don't think it is. Armor, ferrofibrous, Inner Sphere. Yeah, no. We only have 2 points of clan. We have 159 points of Inner Sphere. That's gonna be a problem. That's what, Congolands? No. Okay, Galatea Lance is not ready for action. In the meantime, oh, we already have 20 lots of ferrofibrous armor on order. We can. Oh. Alright, moving on to Friday, September 24th. Yasrudin turned 45 today. Janet Andrews celebrates 3 years with the unit today. We got some armor in, we got some SRM ammo in, we got some LB-10X ammo in, Gauss rifle and heat sinks in. The Cyclops will be ready in 43 days. We found plenty of ferrofibrous armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lots of ferrofibrous armor we found. But unfortunately, the Marauder takes Clan Pharaoh. Let's pull the Marauder 5A out of storage. I'll make sure Guillaume does not have too much on his plate. Okay, I think we're okay. Although we could hand that off to Anacito. Anacito, yeah. And then Wayne Henshaw. Assigned to unit. And the TO&E. Okay, so we're back up to full strength. The Marauder is not quite the same Marauder it was. This one has the SRM-6s and the pulse lasers. It kind of lacks the large pulse lasers. It's more of a short-range brawler. But it'll have to do until we get some more Clan ferrofibrous armor in. Alright, so Saturday, September 25th. Got a couple birthdays. Gary and Hussein both turned 30. Jim Mab turned 31. We got an anniversary. We got maintenance on the Leopard, which the LRM 20 improves in quality, but we still have some armor at rating D, some armor at rating C and D. So the Leopard is improving, but not as fast as we would like. We got an engine in, we got a couple SRM4s, we got 5 tons of Gauss rifle ammo in, and a ton of LB-10X ammo and 10 heat sinks. Speaking of getting an engine in, I did forget to mention, I did get rid of, I don't know if you can tell, but this list of engines is a lot shorter than it was. Let me show you real quick what I got rid of. A couple 120s, a couple 140s, some 160s, 175, 180, yeah. I basically just went through our warehouse on the engine side, and I went through and I made sure that everything that we don't have anything in use was something, I mean, everything that we had but we didn't have in use was something that we might want to use. And everything else I just sold. So that is the leopard. We've got the Cyclops ready in 42 days. The A of O is looking good. The briefing room is looking good. They're still thinking that they're dominating us, even though we are kicking their butts pretty roundly. We'll go on to September 26th. We've got nothing going on. We've got maintenance on the Union. Quality remains A. We've got the armor up to C, which is nice. Everything else is looking pretty good. The Phoenix Hawk ERLL is improving in quality as well. Cyclops ready in 41 days. We'll go on to September 27th. See, just to double check, the infirmary is good, the warehouse is good, the repair bay is pretty much good, the hangar, the personnel. Okay, well, it looks like we're just marking time at this point. Personnel market has been updated. Green Soldier, AC5, not worried about you guys. Couple birthdays, couple anniversaries. Couple people wanting to drop out of their education or training. Bengt graduated from his in-unit education or training. We got some LB-10X ammo in. We got some Gauss rifle ammo in. Some more double heat sinks. Some more armor. Some more LRM ammo and SRM ammo. The Cyclops will be ready in 4 days. New scenario: decoy engagement will occur today. Okay, well, what kind of mission is this? That we're not going to be able to do today because it is getting late already. We've got 22,000 battle points or battle value worth of enemies. We've got 2 whole stars. Yeah, surprise indeed. We've got a couple Royal Black Knights, a Griffin 2C, a Shogun C, which has a pair of LRM 20s with Artemis, a pair of Streak 6s, and an ERPBC. Okay, so pretty heavily armed. We've got a Goshawk, a Crockett, a Sentinel, an Orion 2C, and another Black Knight 6. So we've got 3 Black Knights on the field, 2 Bs and a 6. The Orion 2C has a pair of ER larges, an SRMs 4, a Gauss rifle, and an LRM 20. Full Moon Night, Light Rain, Heavy Fog. Your mission is to serve as a decoy, drawing the attention of a large enemy force while our allies carry out critical objectives elsewhere in the sector. The enemy must believe you are the primary threat, forcing them to commit their forces fully to your position. Your task is to survive for the designated duration, or if possible, eliminate 75% of the enemy forces to break their will. What is the enemy duration? 12 turns. 12 turns is quite the duration. We are going to need reinforcements on this one. And it's a good thing that we should have 3 support points. Good deal. Okay, so we can pull in reinforcements. Let's start with Mariana as our primary. And then we'll have yes, we'll commit Mariana, and then we'll commit Tonga as well. Tonga or Tethys, actually. Tonga's worth more points. Screw it. Okay, did we make a 6+? We rolled a 5. Reinforcements will arrive but have been delayed. Okay, well, I find it hard to believe that on 3 rolls we only made a 5, but, you know, it is what it is. We'll take the same penalty that we took last time this happened. They're going to want us to delay like a million turns. We'll take a 2-turn penalty. Same as last time. But in the meantime... Oh, not loading. We are not loading a campaign. We are saving our campaign. On 0927. We're not going to be getting into this battle tonight, but I don't know if there's anything else that we can do tonight. I think, yeah, that's a little bump from the engines that we sold. I don't think there's anything else we've got going on. The warehouse is looking good. The repair bay of the Marauder TS1C is looking good. So let's see. We've got Tugi, Hoser, Ash, Victorama, and Mariana's Lance, and the Black Knight. We've got Tsubasa and the Grizzly again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nairn in the Atlas, of course. Gauss rifle in the right torso, large laser in the right torso, LRM-20 and an SRM-6 in the left torso. LRM-20 in the left arm, medium laser in the left arm, medium laser in the right arm, medium lasers in the center torso. Okay, well. Well, I hate to bail on you guys half an hour early again. After last week, we bailed an hour early. But I don't think there's anything else that I can do in the meantime before this battle starts here in just a few minutes. Yeah, I mean, we could try to start the game, but we wouldn't be able to finish it, and we wouldn't be able to save it. So, this is where we're going to call it for today. We are saving at 9:27. My rank and Little Willie, thanks for joining me in the chat, and everyone else who is watching. And if you're catching this on YouTube, thank you as well. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Link to the Discord is in my bio, all that good stuff, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you, Little Willie, for joining me. I do appreciate it, and it's always a pleasure, of course.